Hi guys, I'm back with another story. Buile Food Buffet. Story is written by Hope Ntanz. Says Ramaphosa reaffirms BBBEE and EEIP as essential to economic redress and transformation. A lot of people have been complaining about BE or BBBE or these policies of the ANC, saying they benefit only the elite, the politically connected. So I don't know what you think, Buffett. Comment down below. President Cyril Ramaphosa has reaffirmed South Africa's commitment to broad-based economic transformation, emphasizing that the country's empowerment laws are practical, effective, and central to fostering inclusive and sustainable growth. But guys, for 30 years, but we don't see any major change. Come on, we should be jaibu. But insanity is repeating the same thing, expecting different results. Serious guys, these BE policies or the way they're implementing them, it seems like there's a problem in them because the vast majority of our people are still poor. Only the few elites. And I read somewhere, because when I used to grow up, I used to read. I read somewhere that BE was not even, it was not the idea of the NC. It was not the idea of the NC. It was the idea of Oppenheimer, just to numb the black people, the pain of the black people, just to pull Lula, to make them blind of the imbalances, just to bribe them. It was never meant to uplift the masses of our people. And after 30 years, it has been proven that that's the case. That's the BE, it's benefiting the few people, does not benefit the majority of our people. In his weekly letter to the nation, Ramaphosa highlighted that the broad-based economic empowerment framework and the equivalent investment program are key to both economic redress and development. Amongst the most salient features of our country's economic empowerment laws are their practicality, visibility, and objectiveness to economic conditions without deviating from the objective of redressing the economic injustice of exclusion of the past, said Ramaphosa. He explained that South Africa's transformation agenda is guided by two complementary goals: changing the racial ownership and control of the economy, ensuring inclusive long-term economic growth that brings black South Africans and women and the youth into mainstream. The EEIP, designed for multinational firms whose global structures may not allow equity ownership transfers, enables impactful investments in skills development, enterprise support, and innovation, addressing misconception about the program, Ramaphosa clarified. Some in the public space have recently sought to suggest that EEIP represents a circumvention of BE laws, and that is a response to the conditions of a particular company or sector. Neither is effectually correct. Firstly, the EEIP is not new and has been in existence for a decade. He reaffirmed that the EEIP is firmly embedded in our laws and comes with stringent requirements and government oversight to ensure meaningful broad-based impact. The broad-based economic empowerment legal framework applies to all companies wishing to invest in do business in our country, whether they are for local or foreign. So you guys are I don't understand how it works, man, to be real honest. Hi. So you wait for the companies to come so that when you just own, you don't come out with idea, you just relax and say, for the mere fact that you are from this country and the company operates in this country. And what about the taxes? Because this company should be paying taxes, not us owning their businesses. That's why Elon Musk has been reluctant in bringing his companies in South Africa. Because it's figured out just people will own my company, will be shareholders just because they're black. That has nothing to do with the imbalances of the past. Right? Let me move on, my feet. Companies like Microsoft, Amazon, IBM, Samsung, and global automakers, including Toyota, BMW, have successfully used EEIP to fund socio-economic development, support black-owned enterprises, and advance South Africa's digital and industrial transformation, he said. By way of example, last year IT giant Microsoft announced a 1.32 billion investment over 10 years in skills and suppliers and for IR research and development under EEIP. These firms have leverage the EEIP to direct investment into local development, to incubate black youth and women-owned businesses, and to fund skill development. This has in turn assisted government in achieving a number of policy and also infrastructure goals. Equity equivalent have been proven to be practical BBBEE compliance tool for multinationals operating in South Africa, and we will continue to leverage them in pursuit of economic growth and job creation. Ramaphosa further highlighted that BBBEE compliance should not be seen as a burden but as an investment in the country's future. Not only do we have to remove away from the perception that we must make a choice between growth and transformation, we also have to shift the mindset that compliance with the BBBEE is punitive or burdensome. By supporting firms with compliance, they are able to embrace empowerment as a meaningful investment in South Africa's long-term economic stability. This is a sound strategy that recognizes that a transformed South Africa economy is one in which their investments are safe and guaranteed. He also highlighted the need for South Africans to adapt to changing global economic dynamics. Just as our economy has evolved since our BBBEE laws were first conceptualized, so has the playing field. That's why even our laws, laws that are aimed at rectifying the imbalances of the past needs to change, need to adapt to the changing economic dynamics. Ramaphosa and the ANC. Hey, man, makehlandini. The emergence of the new industries, whether it is digital, advanced manufacturing, or AI, or renewable energy, means South Africa must actively position itself to attract greater foreign and domestic investment in these sectors, or risk being left behind. But you're not doing anything about it. I never heard that there are 2,000 kids that are sent to most advanced technology country like China or USA. I never heard that. And then they come back and they invest in the country. All countries that want to improve does that, but not the ANC in South Africa. As the country works to strengthen competitiveness in emerging sectors, Ramaphosa reinstated that transformation remains a non-negotiable. Our empowerment laws remain central to our goal of economic transformation in South Africa and are here to stay. Ramaphosa called on all sectors, business, labor, and civil society to unite in building an inclusive economy. Our focus going forward must remain creating an enabling policy environment, driving key structural reforms, supporting innovation, and reducing regulatory barriers to harness the political of emerging industries and supporting existing ones. So that's the end of the article, my friend. Tell me, what do you think? Now, what do I think is that these short cards won't help us, man. We need to grind as the country, grind as the ANC, build factory, invest in ourselves, stop stealing money, public purse money. Anyway, my favorite, to subscribe, like, tell me what do you think. See you on the next video.